Hey there, and I'm going to show you my research on what I believe is the best Australian options broker. So first and foremost, my requirements for a broker is a downloadable trading platform, as I want to customize my platform for things to be where I want it, how I want it. I want to have the indicators that I want up there. I want to have different charts and place them in different spots. I want to be able to modify it to how I want and have it on my computer. I believe that platforms that you can download are more powerful and have more tools available to them than an online broker. Doubling down on that, I want a clear options P&L chart. If I buy 4 contracts, I want to know what those contracts are going to do by expiration and during the process of the trade. And having a good P&L chart is the best way to view that. On a platform free, on a free platform, because I don't have that much capital with me. I'm a small retail trader, and having to subscribe for a service, that's a cost that's too expensive. See, if I make a trade and the max profit's $20 and I do that twice a week, now again, that's very, very tall order. But if it's got a subscription base of say $40, $70, the profits that I make trading options won't cover the subscription for the platform. Next is no restriction on trading options. So I do believe options is the best way to have profit in trading the stock market. It's consistent. It's consistent. You can rely on it. I feel like it's very safe. You can, no matter how far the stock drops, you can put a limit on where it is. I believe that it's very safe to trade, and having restrictions on what orders I can put in restricts that safety net that I want and restricts my profits as well, as it limits the amount of option strategies I can perform. Now, things that I am okay with for a broker is commissions, because again, I'm looking for a free platform, and I understand with that the broker has to make money as well, and that's going to come from somewhere else, which is commissions. And to get that quality, that's just something I've bite the bullet for. And I don't mind if it has a shortage of indicators, because I'm only going to use the big ones: volume, RSI, SMA lines, all of that. I don't really worry about the 120 indicators that they have, because I'm only going to use the 3 big ones. So I'm okay with lack of indicators. And slow and delayed executions. When I get into a trade, I'm looking to get into it for a month, maybe 2 months, maybe 2 weeks. But I'm not looking to scalp or do any day trades. And because of that, I'm not looking for slow or delayed executions. I'm looking at the bigger picture of the stock. I do want live data, but I don't care about the execution time. Because if it's bigger or smaller by a couple of cents, we're looking at the bigger picture. Now, a quick introduction about me. I've got less than 1k total capital invested, so again, I'm a really small trader with 2 years of thinking and studying what is the best option broker for Australia. I want to go along and share my research out to the world to make it easier for Australians that want to get into options, make it easier for people like me with low accounts that just want to dip their toes in and see where it takes them. I do have a little bit of experience trading on paper accounts for around 1 year, swing trading, day trading, investing, all that stuff. So I do have a general idea on what I'm doing. I'm not completely green, but I am still fairly new. My intention of this channel as well is to go along and show my trades each week and use it as a kind of video log, so I can see where I've gone wrong, see where I've gone right, focus down on that while also publishing it to YouTube for the world to see. That inspiration is taken from YouTuber Joseph Carlson, and I want to do something similar. So, why Australian brokers are hard to find? They've got a high entry requirement, lack of good live charting features, and mostly made for long-term investors, thanks to franked dividends. So, as you will probably know, the big investments in Australia come from franked dividends. It wipes off the tax. It means that the company's already paid the tax before they give you the dividends, so you don't have to worry about that. A lot of Australian companies give out high dividends, so investing is a big, big part of Australian investing. And it's probably one of the best places to invest in the world because of this. But we're not looking at that. We're looking at trading options. So finding it's good Australian options broker is hard to find because in this country it's kind of niche. So if you go on the ASX website, it will give you a list. It will give you and look up brokers on the ASX website. It will give you these two summaries. A full service broker, which if you read that, it's pretty much saying that it's a financial manager. You give them the money and they will give you recommendations tailored to your situation and help you make the most money that you can. Then the online brokers, and that's what we're after. We want to make our own decisions, put our own trades in, and manage our own finance. So we want to look at options brokers. Now, if you follow through with this on the website, it'll give you a list of all of the Australian brokers. And only 6 of them are what we're looking for the online brokers. Bell Direct, CMC, CommSec, IBKR, NabTrade, and Sequela. Now, the thing with these is that I went and did a little research on all of these brokers that I can use, but they all have something wrong with them. Bell Direct, to use its live trading platform, is a subscription based. CMC has level restrictions, same with CommSec and IBKR. NabTrade is a subscription base for its active platform, downloadable platform, same with Secure. Now, another thing with Concept, to get its active platform, you need to have a large capital requirement. So not only does it have a level base system, it also has a capital restriction, and that restriction is over 500k, as it is mainly made for hedge fund traders and businesses. So then I asked the question, why would I use a CHESS sponsored broker in the first place? Why would I want to try and get a CHESS sponsored? It's added security, and you hold your shares independently of the broker. So for those that don't know, a CHESS sponsored broker is a broker that is sponsored by a third party called CHESS. So when you buy your shares, you buy it through the CHESS system. So if the broker goes bust or bankrupt and loses its capital, your shares that you own are still yours. You get your HIN number, your CHESS number, and move that into another broker, and you still have your capital. This is purely an Australian thing, and not any other country in the world has this. So why not use a CHESS sponsored broker? Now, more expensive and slow at selling orders. So because of this third party software, they are more expensive. An example of this is using Saxo Bank and CMC. To make an order for shares for a contract with a CHESS sponsored broker, it would be around $11 on Saxo with Saxo Bank. For an unsponsored order, it would be $8. Because of this, it's also fairly slow at selling orders. So it will take a little while before the money gets seen into your bank account. Now, the rest of the world doesn't use CHESS sponsored brokers. They use brokers that have insurance, and that insurance is put onto a limit. But if the broker goes bust, so does your shares. But if the rest of the world's okay with it, so are we. Here's a little summary of all the international brokers that pop out to me the most. Got Charles Schwab, tastytrade, Moomoo, and Tiger Brokers. So Charles Schwab I think, is one of the most amazing brokers that you can possibly get. It uses a thinkorswim platform, which, if you know anything about it, is the most powerful, in my opinion, broker platform out there. It has every single tool that's available, very easy to use. Every single security, forex, warrants, bonds, options, everything, and 100% fully customizable for free at a low price. It's got live paper trading, and you can paper trade options as well if you want to learn. It is the best platform, as I've said before, and most importantly is backed by the Bank of Charles Schwab. So not only is it the best platform, it's backed by a massive bank. And another thing as well, $0 needed to open an account. That's great if you live in America, but it's still available for Australians and other international investors and traders. If you have a minimum of 250,000, 25,000, sorry, and I don't have that capital because I've got less than 1k of the game. It's going to be a little while before I get up to that amount. But if you do have that much, feel free to use it. It's open to Australians now. That's great. That's fantastic. But not to me. So I can't use it. Next up is Moomoo. Now I'm going to breeze past this real quick because it has an option level based system. Again, the platform is super powerful. It's great for trading, day trading, scalping, everything else. And it's a US based company, so it's got reliability under its belt. But it still has the level based options. So that's why I have to go past it. Next one I looked at is Tiger Brokers. It has options. It does not have leveled access from my research. It does not have an account minimum to open an account, and it's got good charting and research tools. The only issue is I tried making an account with Tiger Brokers, and I put in my passport, I put in my driver's license, I put in my address, I put in all the details needed to open an account, but I had problems. It wouldn't let me, and it would not tell me why. And for that reason, much as I wanted to get into Tiger Brokers, it would not let me. So I had to try to find something else. And that's where I found Tastyworks. It's got good research tools, good charting, good software, and most importantly, the people that made tastytrade are options traders themselves, and they're passionate about it, and they want to share that. So on their website, they've got awesome educational features on how to trade options, when you should trade it, when you should put your break, where you should put your profit margins, everything. It has access to all option strategies, more than normal. But the only problem is that it has highish commissions of $1 per contract order. So say you make an iron condor that's got 4 contracts in it, that's $4. I make one with a profit of $20 minus $4, that's $16 that I get. But it's good because I made the trade. And like I said, I'm okay with that because it's a completely free platform. And so that's why I believe tastytrade is the best one for Australian traders, investors. looking to get into US markets and options. Another thing I forgot to mention in the slide as well is that when you have capital resting in the bank or a broker, you normally get interest from that, but tastytrade doesn't have that. But what they do instead is that you can put your money into bonds and have that as your normal and use the bonds as your capital. 90% of your money that's invested in the bonds can be used to make trades. That's still added to your buying power, which I feel like is a fantastic feature that tastytrade offers. So that's why I think tastytrade is the best for Australians. Thank you for watching my video. You're amazing.